Okay guys, so we've got another super fun project. This one's really simple. So I've got just a little 8-ounce mason jar here, and I'm going to hot glue these little bits of lavender. These are fake little, like, just the little plastic ones you can get at the hobby store, and I cut them off the whole little collection there. I've got some lavender scent, and I've got some dye here. I'm going to do a purple. I'm going to try to make it really soft, and I'm going to use the same technique where I use the opposite color of purple, which is yellow, and just add a teensy little bit of it to the purple so that it's kind of toned down a little bit. I don't want like a super bright purple. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue these bits of lavender here onto the inside of the jar. I've got my Chandler Tool glue gun here, and I'm just going to add some bits of glue along the side so that it will stick to the inside of the glass. When you pour the candle, it'll get super cloudy. You won't be able to see all that glue as well. So I'm just prepping the jar here before we get ready to add the wax. And again, I'm going to pop in the house, melt that wax, bring it back outside once it's reached temperature, and then we'll add the scent to the mix there. Okay guys, you can see that it is starting to melt. Get my other mitt here. Sorry, my hand's gonna be in the way. You can kind of see it starting to melt in there, so I'm just keeping an eye on it. And I know it's not anywhere near temp because it's got wax that hasn't melted yet. Yeah, we're still in the 120s, so just gonna keep an eye on it, and when it gets to temp, I'll take it out to the shop. All right, you guys, let's give it a check and see where we are. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to take it out to the shop. I'm going to let it cool a little bit, and then we will add our scent and color. Here we go. All right, you guys, let's check this. Okay, that's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and add my scent, and I'm just, you know what, I'm going to go for it. This is a ½ ounce. I'm going to go ahead and just add that whole ounce and just double scent this candle. I've got my little purple dye here. So I'm just going to add a little bit. I don't want it to be too bright. Oh, it's sticking to my space because it's hot. Okay. So again, we're going to use the paper towel test. I'm going to stick a little paper towel here. That way we can kind of gauge. Oh, it's super bright. I may have added too much. Gotta give it a really good stir. Like, get that scent mixed in. What's this look like? Yeah, see how like vividly bright it is, like Crayola bright? I'm not crazy about that. So I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow. And this is that process where you wanna add just a little bit at a time. You don't want to turn the candle yellow. You just wanna add enough of the opposite color so that it kind of tones it down. So I'm gonna add this little bit and stir it up really well. Let's see. Okay. It changed the color just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it is the slightest little change. So I'm gonna add just a couple of more chips here. Again, a really small amount, just to tone down that purple. When you're dealing with colors where you're trying to tone down a dark color with a lighter color, you may have to add a little bit more because that darker color is going to overwhelm the lighter color. Whereas if it were the other way around, you were trying to turn something yellow, but you wanted to tone it down with purple, you'd use a lot less purple because it's going to overwhelm that yellow. Okay, so you can kind of see here the difference in this color and this color. This is a lot brighter and this is a little softer. So I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with how much softer that is. Now we just need to wait for it to cool. Let's give it a test and see where we are. Okay, so we're not far. We're in the high 40s, high 140s, maybe low 150s. So I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes to cool and then we'll see if it's time to pour. Okay, so we are finally at temperature. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this. And of course it's really bright and dark right now, but it will soften and mellow as it cools. So we're gonna let that sit overnight and check it. All right, almost done with all these projects, you guys.